I just wanted to sit down and talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I was gonna make like tweets about some of these points, and then I realized that would be time consuming and annoying because of the limited character count on Twitter. It's too hot to wear this scarf. So yesterday for my birthday, I was taken to see Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, which is the 20th anniversary movie that they made. It uses the characters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, which you probably don't, you may not be aware that in 2016 I finally sat down and over a period of many months, because it's a very long series, watched all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I have had a soft spot in my heart for Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was a child. I still have my box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that the kids in my neighborhood, we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. We weren't like a Pokemon neighborhood or Magic the Gathering. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since then, just being aware of the show and having seen episodes over time in my life and reading lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfiction when I was in high school, writing a little bit of very, very bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfiction. I just have always had a soft spot for this series. So I heard this movie was coming out and that it might actually be good. I was just very excited. It's it's coming out on my birthday, so kind of I want to see it for my birthday, but I'm embarrassed to make people go with me because I'm a little bit, sometimes I get embarrassed about things that I enjoy because I think that other people will think they're dumb, which is stupid. I should not be embarrassed to enjoy the things that I enjoy. But I was like, how can I make anyone come see this dumb movie with me? Because even a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie is still a silly movie because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I had kind of mentioned it to my boyfriend, but I was also like, you don't have to go see this with me because it's dumb. And then yesterday he was like, well, for your birthday we're gonna go see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I was surprised that they still had cards left, but they gave a promotional card at the film. It's a new version of Obelisk the Tormentor, and Obelisk is only in the movie for literally 2 seconds. I was like, why did you not make a card of any of the dozens of cool new monsters in this film? So I just have some thoughts and feelings about this movie that I want to discuss. So there's gonna be spoilers, but I don't think any of you will care because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! My favorite thing about the movie is that it's really about Seto Kaiba's undying love for Yami. The whole movie, basically every choice Seto Kaiba makes in the entire movie is because he wants the opportunity to duel Yami again. But this time he's gonna win. It's good fucking luck, buddy. Basically, every bad thing that happens in this movie is his fault. Because he's the one who goes digging up the tomb. He's the one who pisses off the bad guy with the magical powers. Diva, that's kind of a dumb name, by the way, for a villain. Because he dug up the tomb, then the Millennium Ring gets back out. And then I thought something bad was gonna happen. Well, something bad did happen to Bakura. I felt so bad for Bakura in this movie. They retconned how he got the ring, sort of, and it was just super tragic. And I was like, baby. The villain in this movie, Diva, the thing that will happen to him and his posse if he does not achieve his goal is kind of tragic, but honestly Bakura has, I think, the saddest plotline in this goddamn movie. To emphasize Seto Kaiba's love for Yami, the movie ends, the last scene in the movie is Seto Kaiba, he has acquired the weird dimensional item thing from the villain because the villain left. He uses it to make some new technology and he hasn't tested it yet. And basically what he does is, at least it seems because I think just going to an alternate dream dimension would not be enough for him, considering in the early part of the movie he has a hologram battle with Yami and he's like, yes, that was good, I won, but it was not enough, it has to be real. So the way I interpret this is he fucking time travels to ancient Egypt so he can duel Yami. That's how big his hard-on is. How obsessed he is with defeating Yami. He doesn't even know if he can come back. He doesn't know if he's gonna die. He's so determined to do this, to try and defeat Yami, that he fucking creates time travel technology. Seto Kaiba, I think you need to slow the fuck down. What else is there? Oh, some of the character designs are kind of weird. Like Duke Devlin's design was really bad. Like some of the art style was slightly different in a way that I was like, like Teia's eyes are like slightly like too large for her face. Yami is like hardly in the movie. The whole movie is about Seto Kaiba trying to get Yami back to the Millennium Puzzle. And Yami is only in 2 scenes. He's in the hologram duel at the beginning of the movie. And at the end, like in the 11th hour, and like everything is really bad, and he comes with the Deus Ex Machina, which it wasn't even really clear. Like he had the card, he played the card, but like where did he get this card from? He just pulled the card that I think was like the ancient Egyptian equivalent of the villain's mentor, and that's how like he killed the villain. But it was weird. It was like an asshole in the way that Yu-Gi-Oh often is. So many of the duels in this movie contained so much bullshit. Like the villain was like, okay, so I'm gonna attack you, and then my monster is gonna like turn into a different monster and then attack you again, and then he's gonna turn into a different monster and attack you, like all in the same turn. I'm like, this is bullshit even for Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, so anyway, when Yami appears at the end of the movie, he doesn't even speak. And the guys in the row in front of us were like, what the fuck, like why didn't he talk? But I almost feel like Yami's absence was almost appropriate, because it kind of shows that Yugi has kind of grown and he's able to stand on his own now and like have his own life and be his own dude. I loved that there were a lot of like little callbacks to the series. Like at one point Joey wears a dog costume. There's like a lot of the musical cues. I was like, oh, I recognize that. I recognize that. They even used like a tiny little clip of one of the fucking shitty character songs that they put out on that like Music to Duel By CD. They just use like a tiny like little clip of it, like an instrumental clip, and I was like, oh my god, they're using this fucking song in this movie. Back to Seto Kaiba again. Really, this movie felt like Seto Kaiba was more the main character than anyone else. And that doesn't bother me because he's my favorite, but I just felt like one of the first shots in the movie is of a space station. It's Seto Kaiba's space station. It's in the shape of the letters KC for Kaiba Corp. And like he built like a fucking space elevator to go to this space station. So the movie, Shadi is like the mentor of the bad guy and the bad guy's friends. And the movie has like Shadi die like probably like 10 years in the past or whatever. But like Shadi is very present in the Yu-Gi-Oh series. And that was confusing. Well, he clearly has some kind of like weird magical powers, like he could teleport and shit like that. But I assumed it was just magical powers, but like was he a ghost for all of Yu-Gi-Oh? I think that's it. I think that's the last thing. I almost forgot to talk about that. I should have sat down and made a list of talking points, but of course, I never prepare. I had a good time, so it was a quality evening. So that's it. That's my thoughts about Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out.